Hello my fellow felines, this is Kitty Cat Plays with Yarn here, and happy Saturday. Today we are here with another speed build, and in this build I'm actually building the rest of the house for the living room that I built on Monday, I believe. So I did decide, kind of within the video, that I was like, okay, I want to build the rest of this house, I want to make the couple, da-da-da-da-da. So I did make the couple, Gulliver and Eve, you know, they're the best grandparents in the world, and I had to just make their house, and it turns out so friggin' cute. I really enjoyed building this house. It was hard initially, just trying to figure out where to put rooms around the awkward shaped living room that I made, but I ended up figuring it out, and it looks really good. And I'm really proud of it, and I hope you guys like it. So if you want to download it, it is on the gallery under the hashtag KittyCatPWY, or my origin ID, which is KittyCatPWYarn. So this house doesn't really have a whole lot of bells and whistles. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. There is like a decent size outdoor area. They have like a little fire pit and a grill and like some seating outside. And I actually made a little shed for Gulliver because I imagined that he, like, is into woodworking or something. And, in the backyard as well, there are some little garden plots for Eve to use. And I kind of imagine that Eve grows her own flowers, and Gulliver actually uses the flower arranging station and makes flower arrangements. So in his little shed that I end up putting out back, there's the flower arranging table, the woodworking table, and I think I put the pumpkin carving station out there too, because it looked kind of the vibe I was going for. I know, like, it's kind of dumb, but yeah, if you see spooky stuff here, that's why, because I didn't really know where else to put it, and I was like, I guess this is okay to go in here, but yeah, that's kind of what happened, so I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that idea in the comments down below, and if you folks haven't seen the living room build or the Create-A-Sim for Gulliver and Eve, I will link it in the description below and potentially in the cards. I would like to in the cards, but I have a really bad memory, so we'll see if it actually happens or not. This house took me about 2 hours in total to build, and that doesn't even include the living room, so 2.5 hours probably, give or take, and so naturally I had to cut out quite a bit, because we don't want like a 30-minute speed build. So I did cut out the bathroom, a majority of the landscaping, obviously I cut out the floor plan, and just some of the like basic stuff. So I cut out like putting all the roof trim on, and putting all the like excess columns on that I put on houses, and stuff like that. Just because I didn't want like too much kind of boring stuff for you guys to see, because I know I get bored by things like that, so I just wanted it to be kind of fun and you guys seeing how I ended up furnishing it. And like I said, this house is really cute. It's very, very grandma, and I love it to death. I actually ended up putting some like random little items in that are like, oh yeah, like Gulliver did this when he was younger, and da-da-da-da-da. Actually, in the entryway, if you guys watch the Create-A-Sim, I also gave them a cat named Sprinkles, and he's like a little Persian, and he's adorable, but he has like Siamese markings, kind of similar. So I actually ended up using the cat statue that looks like a Siamese in the entryway, because I was like, oh, they got this little statue made of Sprinkles, and da-da-da-da-da. And along with that, there is a bowling pin in the entryway as well. I put it on shelves. I used the basket shelves from laundry day, and so I put the bowling pin on there, I put the statue on there, and I put the bowling pin on there. I was like, you know, maybe like they were both in bowling leagues and that's how they met. Like, I don't know their story. even though I probably should, but like that was just kind of my thought. And I know that's super random, but like, I mean, that'd be a cute way to meet. And you know, like back in their day, they didn't have like Tinder or anything, so that's how they could have met. You don't know. So now I'm working on the kitchen, and I really like how the kitchen turned out actually. I love these counters anyway. The base game with like this colorway specifically. I just love them. I don't know, don't ask questions. But I actually ended up putting like a little dining area, and the dining area is probably my favorite part. You'll see what I do with it, but I think it's really cute. And I didn't like make it grand or anything. I just put like 3 chairs because I feel like they don't have many people over. Like maybe they have their neighbor over or something, but they don't have a lot of people over unless it's for like outdoor stuff, if that makes any sense. So like for 4th of July or whatever. So that's why like all their seating is really outdoors compared to inside. And I just thought this little idea with the cabinets was so cute because I was like, you know, they probably need like more space. And I wanted to put one of the full-length cabinets there anyway, like in the kitchen, but I didn't know where. But then I was like, oh wait, I can make this cute little dining area and make this kind of like a little feature. And I just really enjoy it. And I also put the tea maker in, which I hardly ever use. And I put that in because every time I think of my grandmother, I think of tea because, like, every time I stayed at her house or every time I go up in the morning, go see her in the morning, she's always drinking tea. She's on her, like, 3rd, 4th cup of tea, whatever. And so I was like, you know, like, Grandma Eve has to love tea, like, obviously. I also love tea, so it was just a natural thing. And I was like, yeah, I need to put this here. But it does look kind of weird on the corner because it almost looks like the teapot is, like, gonna fall. So that was like my one kind of setback, I guess you could say, about this. Like, I didn't want to put it there because I was like, I want it like back on the counter more, but I can't do that obviously because it's one of the objects that like has to be on a certain slot on a counter. You can't do it like you can clutter objects. So, it's there and it looks a little weird, but I like it. And I would rather have it there than like taking up a full counter space where you can prep stuff. And just a second ago, you saw me open the gallery on accident, and that was because I couldn't remember how to get the half tiles, or the little triangle tiles for the floor, because I wanted to do the little diagonal bit. So it didn't look as weird because the door was like opening half on tile, half on wood, and I was like, no, I need to fix this. So that's why the gallery opened for a second there, because I completely forgot how to do that, and I was kind of ashamed. I was like, oh, I should remember how to do this. But I figured it out. It's just Control F, I think. I don't even remember now, actually, that I'm saying this. I'm pretty sure it's Control F. So if you want the little triangle pieces for flooring, that's what that is, if you were curious. So we're like halfway through this build and I'm running out of things to talk about because I haven't done a build this long in a while. And in general, I'm just kind of out of it, so, you know, there's that also. But I have been pretty good at, like, keeping up with recording as of late. I'm actually recording this Sunday before I plan on posting, so I'm pretty proud of that. I have video planned out until Wednesday already, and now all I need to record after I do this one is my video for Friday, and I'll basically be a week ahead. And I'm pretty darn excited about that because I feel like I haven't been this ahead with my videos in a very long time. And like I said, I'm super proud of it. But I don't really know what I have coming up. I mean, I know I have what I have this week, but like for the future, I don't. I'm working on 2 collabs right now. One is with quite a few people. And then another is with Renee, though I'm not going to give any hints about that because I just don't want to. I don't know, I'm excited for collabs. I haven't done a collab in a while, other than like the sim streamers and YouTubers collabs. Like those are fun, but I like collabs in general, but I prefer like one-on-one collabs or like a small group. versus those collabs, because I feel like you get to know people better. I'm not like dissing the page or anything, obviously, like I help run it, but I really enjoy one-on-one or small group collabs. So there is the cat statue and the bowling pin that I mentioned, and I felt like that shelf was just like perfect for grandma, because I was like, I feel like this is definitely like a grandma shelf. And it fits this house really well, honestly. I really love the look of this house. I know I've said it like 3 times already, but it's fact, I guess. So, yeah, that's my reasoning for talking about this so incessantly. And also something that I found kind of weird that I did, I actually ended up using the bay window seat, the same exact bay window seat in the master bedroom, well, only bedroom, again in this house, like same exact color swatch and everything from the living room, because I essentially matched the size and shape of the living room for the bedroom. Actually, maybe not the same size, but like same shape. So, it's basically the same, I mean, it is the same shape. So I decided to use the bay window seat, and I wanted to use like a similar, like the same one, but in a different color. But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, maybe like, I feel like these look more built into the house, so I imagine if they built this one into the house, it would be like the same wood color and everything. So that's why I didn't really change the color swatch too much. So now we're just in the backyard a little bit, and there is a clothesline, and like I said, I did cut out the bathroom, but in the bathroom I end up putting a washing machine, but no dryer, which is something crazy for me. I usually put a washer and a dryer, but that's typically because I plan on using the house. When I plan on using the house, I just kind of hate the clotheslines, so that's why I typically put a washer and dryer in, or it's like a more modern house and more modern couple. So I kind of figured that like that Eve just like doesn't care and she likes being outside, so that's why like there's a lot of stuff outside anyway. And yeah, so now we're just working on Gulliver's little shed, just kind of decorating the outside of that. I imagined he like made himself a few little signs or something, and those are like where like his grandkids or Eve can leave notes for him and stuff. I don't know, I thought this was a cute little shed area. I know it's pretty basic, but I like it, and I actually ended up using that thing from Realm of Magic, because I was like, oh, he like has to dry some of the flowers first or something, which I know isn't how you do it like in real life either, but I don't know, that was just kind of my thoughts on that. And we are in the bedroom, and I end up using this bed from Cats and Dogs, and I don't think I've ever used that swatch because the quilt is so crazy, but I imagine this is something Eve made, and that's just her prerogative. She likes having crazy, wild stuff. Well, I wouldn't say crazy wild. I'd say like eccentric is her preferred term, which is fine, and I think that's definitely kind of her style. And like I said, I'll say it again, I really love how this house turned out. I hope you do as well. If you want to download it, it is on the gallery under the hashtag KittyCatPWY or my origin ID, which is KittyCatPWYarn. So feel free to go check it out. And yeah, I'm kind of losing track of what to talk about because we are pretty far into this voiceover and I haven't done it in a while. But, I'm making my way through, making my way downtown, walking fast. I don't know the rest of those lyrics, but that's okay. And you may notice I actually did kind of block off the bit that the fireplace is behind, because it was really hard to try to incorporate that into an actual house layout. But we are getting very close to the end of the video. I'm just going to work on the front porch, and I actually end up putting some trees down that I cut out as well. But you will see those in the screenshots that are at the end of every single speed build video. So feel free to once again download this house if you want. But I'm gonna get going, so I hope you enjoyed this video, hope you enjoyed the house, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, friends! I hope you guys are having a perfect afternoon, evening, or whatever, wherever you are in your neck of the world. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to become a paw parent because I post new videos all the time. And I will see you all in the next video.